don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude
Hey, what's up? How you doing? It's crazy already. It's been damn crazy all fucking day. I've been trying to ignore it because I've had shit to do. What's up, Ginger, Thomas, Tony P in the house, Sparta Brander? What's up, everybody? Hi, hello, everybody. Tin Man. Hi, everybody. Daisy, how you doing? Welcome to the show, because this is a show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, happy Saturday. Children of all ages. No children here, guys. You are free to be an adult in this chat. You are free to say what you want, when you want, how you want. Just understand that even though you have freedom of speech, that speech still comes with consequences. What I say, what comes out of this area right here, is nothing but my opinion. You are not responsible for what I say. In turn, I am not responsible for what you say. What weird ass shit comes out of Ginger Shepherd's mouth or Thomas's mouth ain't got nothing to do with me. Now, just because you're here with me does not mean we're going to agree on everything. Some things you're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And you know what? When you have your stream and you say something fucking weird, I'm going to think the same thing. So we are good to go on a Saturday night, right? Saturday. Yeah, Saturday night. I know a lot of people were streaming throughout the day, but you know what? There's plenty of this to go around. I don't have to be greedy. And you know what? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. I can't give you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of me streaming. It won't be special when I do. Now it's on a schedule, so nobody has to ask me anymore, right? In fact, I probably have it already saved. Is that it? No, that's not it. Is that it? No, that's not it. Is that it? Yep, there it is. And so here's my streaming schedule. Now, if something happens with my real job, I might beefcake that up a little bit. But for right now, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday night. Oh, hello, Rebby. Sorry, got me off track. Now, how come every time I see you, Rebby, I think of cookies now? That's fucking weird. So this is what we're doing right here. We're also, I had a long conversation with Prank today. I didn't get a chance to talk to Polly, but I have a lot of things in my brain that I'm thinking about instituting some AI changes. And today I want to produce a lot. Look, you can stream and you can make videos, or you can be a streamer and a content creator. That is mutually exclusive. It's not the same thing. Absolutely not the same thing. Being a streamer and streaming, two completely different things. Making videos and being a content creator, not the same. Calling yourself a content creator when all you do is restream other people's content and you don't really make any content from scratch yourself is kind of like being like a security guard and telling people you're a cop. Or being, you know what it's like? I'll tell you what it's like. Now, see, Just Ryan, what's up, bro? You make good content, yo. Your videos, man, I'm gonna have to have a hernia surgery watching your fucking videos, bro. If you guys didn't know, Just Ryan is the brains and the intelligence behind all the AI stuff that you see on Twitter. Well, the King Fixer too. Actually, you and King Fixer should get together and like collaborate on like a big, huge thing. You know, that would be dope as fuck. That like include everybody. You know, like that one that I think you did it or he did that one. It was long. It was like an hour long or something. It was crazy. I was in it. It was, maybe it was you. I was in it. But, Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some things. That was you. It was badass. I really like that. So the thing is I've been getting Just Ryan. You probably don't. You probably will know what this is, but I think I'm gonna get Descript. Descript is a website that's crazy for this kind of thing. I was looking at Opus Clips too. I was also looking at a few other AI places around the internet that could help a lot. So anyways, we're just getting started, guys. Please like the stream. Let's steal some viewers away from Matt Morse, please. We are also live. And yeah, I said that. I don't give a shit. If he gets mad, I'm rich. We're also live over on Rumble, which is also now Climatics TV. What's up, MAGA, Big Ed, and Cypher and Katie Cat over on Rumble. All right. I don't think Polly went. I don't know. I advised her not to go out, but hey, none of my business. I'm not the keeper of her. You know, she's a grown woman, but it's no place for a lady. You know, I mean, honestly, there's no place for. Just worried about her safety. That's all. That 100% of the reason I don't think it's a good idea is for her to, like, I don't want her to get hurt or anything, you know? Heather Taylor, yes. Well, okay. It's exactly like YouTube. If you want to do the premium and not have no ads, then it does cost a little bit of money. But to go over there and watch us, we're live on Rumble right now. You can go test it. In fact, here, that's a good idea. What we'll do is I will pin the link right now to the Rumble stream. So if you want to go work out that bug and make sure that you can click, all you got to do is click on it. You can watch it for free. If you want to make an account, you can. That doesn't require money either. The reason we go to Rumble, guys, real quick, if you're just new to my channel, the reason we go to Rumble is 3 reasons. The video is better, the sound is better, and it's freedom of speech. YouTube is great. I love YouTube. I like making videos and stuff, but I cannot stream the IRL stuff because saying the dreaded R word, saying the F word for gay people, we can't say, you can never say the N word, but saying the thing with the trans people who are actually this other thing, but they're this and this and apple and a banana and all that. You can't say that on YouTube. It's against the policy. So several of our friends here, like BDF Blaze, you remember that channel? Exactly. Hey, 80s fan, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. You're doing an amazing job. I love you from Illinois. Thank you so much. Starting off good. So, yeah, remember BDF Blaze, right? Remember, there's several other ones that got demonetized and whatever that I won't mention, but I don't want to be roped into that. I as you have probably noticed, I have not severed ties, but separated. I have separated myself quite a bit from all other creators in my same genre, with the exception of maybe a few T-Sply and JD and a few other people. I still try to go to their stream, but it's nothing personal. I'm not doing anything nefarious. I simply want to focus on my own channel. That's all. I help. I got a talking to. Hi, Polly. Oh, good. I'm glad you're safe. I got a talking to by several people, Polly being one of them, some other friends, even Prank. I've gotten a talking to about how much I've helped other people and sort of ignoring myself, and I got to stop doing that. I'm not going to be able to be greedy in any sorts of way at all, ever, no matter what, but I can sure as hell focus on my own channel for a while, and that's what I'm going to do. So let's get into it, guys. As you see next to me, boom, right there, we have 2 people. One, let's see, we can scroll down here. We can see the IRT Media. Oh yeah, you see it on there. And this other one right here on the right is called, this right here is, oh, you can't see it. Chio Photos GR something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I don't have the sound on. So it's all good. It's sort of like they're in the same area. That's Minneapolis. We will get to it later on when Tommy goes out. And I have also on good authority that our friend and Polly's friend Shane will also be out tonight. So we're going to be making sure we put Shane as a friend of the show. He's a friend of mine. He's in our Discord. Please, if your name is green in the chat, that means you're a member and you get access to our Discord. If you are a friend of us and you've been here a lot and you're a regular viewer, but you're just not a member, message me or Polly or someone else with a green name, and we'll get you that link to the Discord. The only reason I made it private is to keep out the riffraff. That's all. You know what I mean? So I don't want to gate it behind any sort of membership. It's not about that. It's not. I don't care about the money. The Rumble stream is pinned. We have 34 people over on Rumble. We got 59 people here. It's okay. It's still early, We gotta have to establish ourselves as a show. I need to establish myself as a regular. You know what the key to this thing is? Besides doing content that you create yourself, the other key is just consistency. Just keep doing the same damn thing. Consistency. That is the main thing. And I'm not very good, I don't think, at saying that word, but it's just, that's what it is. I just got to keep doing this, and we'll grow and grow and grow. And eventually we'll piss Matt Morris off because he'll be like, who the hell is this guy? And as soon as he says, who the hell is this guy? I have made it. I've made it. And then maybe I'll take a trip to, I'm just going to bring you all cookies. I'm just going to show up at everybody's individual door. Be like, knock, knock, knock. Hello, Thomas. Here's a cookie. Knock, knock, knock. Hello, Rebby. Wait a minute. You know what? I'm going to stop one right there. Let's get into it. Thank you so much for being here. Like the stream. Thumbs it up over on Rumble. If you could please repost it. Apparently, that is really what makes a difference, to repost it. And give it a good old thumbs up, We are going to get into it. Now, look, it's 12 hours ago. Baby Trump goes to see Dr. Phil.
They tell me, sir, you need to go to the doctor. And I said, for what? I feel incredible. Tremendous.
You gotta let me get through one. Oh my God, you guys are awesome. Please start a GoFundMe for therapy services due to Polly and Rebby communicate. $9.99. 10 man, you're funny, dude. Now you live close to me. If you see somebody, you probably won't see me because that would involve me leaving my house. But if you ever see me, it is me. Son, come say hi. You're so genuine. That's why I love your show. Thank you so much, 80s fan. Man, I would drive you back to the 80s right now. You want to go to 1985? Hey, who wants to go to 1985? I will give up my cell phone and my computer in 2 seconds.
People come up to me all the time. They say, sir, you look younger now than you did 20 years ago. And I say, that's called good genes. Very good genes. Possibly the best. And this room, very plain, very boring, no gold, no class. But that's fine. We're not here for the decor. We're here to prove, once again, that I'm the healthiest president in the history of presidents. Everybody knows it, believe me.
Well, hello there, Mr. President. I'll be your doctor today.
Phil? Are you even allowed to do this? You're not a real medical doctor. You're a TV show guy.
I do not. Okay. And in case you're just joining us and you're brand new to me, I do not pre-watch the videos. I had no idea it was going to look like that. I just saw, I like watch like 5 seconds of it. Or like as far as these go, I just see the name of it and I go, oh, we're going to watch that. And I'll just see the name of it, see who is the content creator, and I'll know it's going to be good. So I'm laughing my ass off right now already.
Therapist or something. Did the hospital run out of actual doctors?
Sir, the White House asked for someone American.
It looks like Mean Gene Okerlund.
Well, in that case, yes, tremendous choice. Tremendous. But let's be honest, you're not exactly Dr. Fauci. Thank God for that, by the way. The last thing I need is someone telling me to triple mask during a checkup.
Absolutely. I'm just here to perform your physical
That's
exam.
great. That's fantastic. Just remember, this is for ratings. You're welcome, by the way. Numbers are about to skyrocket. Biggest audience you've had in years.
Okay, Mr. President, let's begin with your height and weight.
Height, extremely tall, taller than people think. The fake news says 6'2", ridiculous. I'm at least 6'5" when I've had a good breakfast and at least 2 hours of sleep.
All right, sir, kindly step on the scale.
Oh, this thing again. Very rude machine. Last time I stood on a scale, it tried to frame me. A total setup, probably made by Dominion. You hear that? That beep, very disrespectful, completely unnecessary. That's a beep with an attitude, a liberal beep.
It's just a scale, sir.
No, Doc, this scale is biased. Probably funded by fake news CNN. It sees power and it panics. I call it a fake scale.
All right, Mr. President, now it's time I take your blood pressure.
This is where I dominate. Tremendous blood pressure, perfect numbers, the kind doctors dream about. Whoa, easy, Phil. My arm is very muscular, very powerful. It takes a lot to squeeze it. Probably because my arm was made in America. They don't make arms like mine anymore, though.
Actually, it's good.
Good? Just good? Phil, be honest. It's incredible. You've never seen blood pressure like this. If Mount Rushmore had blood pressure, it would want mine.
Okay, Mr. President, do you exercise?
I do the most important exercise movement of the mind. Incredible brain power. Others lift weights. I lift the country.
Any shortness of breath?
Never. Tremendous lungs. Stronger than ever. Probably the strongest lungs in the Western Hemisphere. Some scientists told me quietly, of course, that my lung capacity defies science. Their words, not mine.
And President Trump, do you have any stress at all?
None. Zero. I don't feel stress. I cause stress. Massive amounts. For the right people, of course. Chuck Schumer wakes up every morning sweating because I exist.
And how's your diet, Mr. President?
Diet, Phil.
I'm gonna freeze
it's
just
tremendous.
for a second
Love
I'm
McDonald's, pure American fuel, very
I'm
safe food.
accessing
You know
my
why?
external
because
hard drive.
nobody knows I'm coming. You order fast, boom, they hand you the bag before anyone has time to poison it. Very secure, very delicious. I trust a Big Mac more than half of Washington.
We're going to draw a little blood, okay?
Phil, the blood, it's perfect. It's actually red, white, and blue. Very strong. If they bottled it, they'd call it America. Be gentle. This arm signed historic documents. Go ahead and poke me, Doc.
I already did, sir.
Are you kidding me? That was nothing. I didn't even feel it. You barely touched me. I had paper cuts from Melania's Christmas cards that hurt more.
What the heck? I thought you were kidding, Mr. President.
I told you, Phil, America made.
Okay, let me just listen to your heart now. Wait, what's that noise?
Attention, everyone. This is Donald Trump's heart speaking. Yes, the heart of the greatest president of all time. I am beating tremendously, beautifully, but I need one thing to stay strong. Your subscription to the Baby News Network. Do it now for America. Thank you. That is all. Incredible. See that, Phil? Even my heart knows good content when it sees it. Very smart heart.
Wow, that's incredible, Mr. President. All right, it's time to take a look inside your mouth, open wide.
Ah, look at those teeth, incredible teeth. Very powerful bite. If I ran for president of dentistry, I'd win bigly.
How's your screen time, by the way?
Well, I'm on Truth Social a lot. The people need me. If I'm not posting, the truth dies. Also, the fake news says I post too much, which means I'm posting the perfect amount.
Okay, well, try and be aware of the blue light exposure, okay?
You got nothing to worry about. Okay, Philip?
Will President Trump, you're healthy.
Healthy? No. Phil, historic. Say it right. This might be the greatest physical exam ever performed on a president.
All right, sir, just follow up in a year, okay?
A year? I'll probably be even stronger by then. You might need 2 clipboards. Well, folks, Dr. Phil, not a real doctor, but a good guy, says I'm in tremendous shape. Absolutely tremendous. Some people said I shouldn't even come in today, but we did it anyway. For the ratings, of course. Great job. Very professional. Not the best doctor I've ever had, but top 15, maybe.
My pleasure, Mr. President.
And remember, next time, I'm checking your health. Believe me.
Oh yeah, let's watch this one next. This was a good one. Hold on. Watch this. Holy crap. Watch. Hey, Paulie. Tony. Watch this. Y'all gonna be like, what the? Watch this.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. And here's the meme of the day brought to you by 5mind.com. Well, I believe the cracks are starting to show in this Democrat narrative that they're attempting to build here. You know, it's like I always say, the emotional propaganda, it works momentarily, but slowly but surely it starts to fall apart as people realize it's not the existential threat that Democrats are suggesting. And usually the first domino to fall, well, it's John Fetterman coming out publicly and basically blasting his party saying, what the hell is wrong with these friggin' psychopaths that I've associated myself with? Well, it appears we have reached that moment. Democrats are absolutely livid as John Fetterman now comes out swinging against his...
Oh, look. How about that? A John fucking Fetterman video. Hello, Colleen.
own party. Again, exposing them, exposing the despicable nature of the left, these hypocritical liars who preach compassion, right? That's the whole thing. They're the compassionate ones.
See what I did there,
They're the
Paulie?
anti-fascists. But meanwhile, they're protecting murderers, rapists, and gang members. They're attempting to gaslight the public about humane policies. But the policy here appears to be just letting criminals roam free. It's absolutely wild. You know, you think people would have learned their
Carla,
lesson
what's up?
after 4 years of Joe Biden open borders. But nope, here we are in the same situation. But thankfully enough, we have voices like John Fetterman. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks. So here's what John Fetterman had to say.
Border, and it was skyrocketing, you know, and it's like, that's unsustainable. When you reach almost 300,000 people, that's unsustainable. As a Democrat, it shouldn't be unreasonable to want to secure our border and do it in that way. Let's also talk about ICE. Absolutely. Again, what happened in Minneapolis was absolutely tragic. And then now, if you think, now, this is from the Washington Post. You know, this is the latest statistics. 67% have criminal charges, pending ones, or that. So that's more than 2/3. You know, the people. Now, there are some people that aren't involved in any kinds of illegal things, you know, but so me, I think two things can be true. Round up all the criminals, deport them. They shouldn't have ever been here, and they definitely have to go. And now, I don't know, want to see more and more things happening in Minneapolis now, too. So two things must be true, and I strongly reject the extreme on either side.
Hey, there's something you haven't seen before. John Fetterman on my channel. That's weird, isn't it?
Side, you know, about this now. So we must be true. And, you know, I watched you earlier in your show. You just pointed out President Obama deported, you know, millions of people, and there wasn't having the same kind of outrage here. You know, here is from Democrats.
Imagine that, a Democrat actually finally making sense, although the unfortunate part is it's probably not going to last so long. John Fetterman is very likely to get primaried, and boy, is he going to face a...
just in case you were wondering if I was currently talking shit. No. I am a fan of John Fetterman. The only Democrat that I think I am a fan of, to be honest with you. I can't think of one other. Which member of the Democrat Party, any state, any position, anyone, do you like more than John Fetterman? I'll wait while you think of nobody.
Massive onslaught from his own party. But once again, John Fetterman is right. And I love how he comes in immediately with the fact check, completely obliterating what his own party has been saying. He shows that 67% of people being arrested have some sort of criminal record. You know, we've been seeing Democrats claim the exact opposite for a while. It's been their go-to talking point. Donald Trump isn't detaining and deporting criminals. He's arresting poor women and children and U.S. citizens. Complete absurdities. First off, yes, some U.S. citizens have in fact been detained, but if you look at the number, I believe it's under 200 in total, and these are temporary wrongful detainments, mistaken identities. These people aren't being arrested, they're not being deported. Once it's confirmed that they're citizens, they're simply let go. But if you do the math,
like I seriously, no joke. I'm not even joking. Well, okay, Colleen, yeah, okay, fair enough. But if I had to choose between having lunch with John Fetterman and say, holy shit, Jasmine fucking Crockett, that's not a hard decision. And Jazzy look way better than John Fetterman does. I would. Can you imagine me trying to have a conversation with Jasmine Crockett or what's AOC? Can you imagine me and Ilhan Omar having lunch? That's not going to happen. But I could have a conversation with John Fetterman and leave in a good mood. I think it would be fine. It would be fine. But these other people, they've lost their fucking minds. Didn't AOC say we were all going to die in 12 years, like 13 years ago?
And take the wrongful detainments, it's a fraction of a percent of the total detainments, meaning ICE is batting at a 99.8% success rate, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around that range. So this idea that American citizens are being kidnapped is completely absurd, but also the notion that Donald Trump isn't targeting criminals, but rather just terrorizing innocent people, it's wrong and again absurd. First of all, there's no such thing as an innocent illegal immigrant. I don't know how many times I have to repeat that. They all broke the law. They all need to go. But the facts are that the emphasis isn't.
Hey, I did a whole video on it. You could watch that video. It's a short on my channel. You can go find it. I found the top 10 places that give the harshest punishments for illegal immigration. And guess who the fuck was not on the list? The United States of America. You know, some countries, they fucking kick your ass. Singapore canes. Getting lashes in Saudi Arabia, publicly getting lashes. You know what they do if you do illegal immigration in North Korea? They shoot you with an anti-tank shell. Anybody know how big that is? An anti-tank shell? It's about as big as like my trash can. Like they shoot you with one of those fucking things. So, and caning, as someone coming from the wrestling industry who has experienced a real big asshole swinging a Singapore cane at me, I can tell you right now, I can tell you from personal experience, you do not want to get caned. Singapore cane, oh, it's this fake wrestling. No. No, you do not want that shit. You don't want to get hit with a chair either. Tables kind of break your fall. It's no problem. But you do not want to get hit in the face with a steel chair. There's a reason they stopped doing that shit. You know what happens to you when you get hit in the face with too many steel chairs? You know what happens to you? You become Chris Benoit.
In fact, on people with criminal records, 67%. And the hypocrisy is so thick here because, you know, during the Obama years, he was deporting everyone. They didn't call him the deporter-in-chief for nothing. In fact, he took it so far that he was actually deporting parents of DACA recipients.
As time goes on, 1,000 deportations on average a day. People are wondering, won't you at least consider unilaterally freezing deportations for the parents of deferred action kids?
Yeah. My job in the executive branch is supposed to be to carry out the laws that are passed. Congress has said, here's the law when it comes to those who are undocumented, and they allocate a whole bunch of money for enforcement. And what I have been able to do is to make a legal argument that I think is absolutely right, which is, given the resources we have, we can't do everything that Congress has asked us to do. What we can do is then carve out the DREAM Act folks, saying young people who have basically grown up here are Americans that we should welcome. We're not going to have them operate under a cloud, under a shadow. But if we start broadening that, then essentially I would be ignoring the law in a way that I think would be very difficult to defend legally. So that's not an option.
And look, I'm not playing that clip to be outraged. I think he was actually right, but it just goes to show the double standard. Where were the protests then? And now, of course, as we know, it's a completely different situation. It's really a national emergency. We saw places like Venezuela and others emptying their prisons and shipping en masse criminals into the nation. You had people on terror watch lists, unsavory individuals from across the globe streaming into the nation, likely anywhere between 10 to 20 million people in 4 years of Joe Biden's failed leadership. It's a national emergency. The Trump administration is focused on getting the worst of the worst, and yes, also deporting any illegal that they encounter. And yet these Democrats continue to lie. They continue to gaslight, move the goalposts, all in an effort to protect criminal aliens. And really, all in an effort to protect their illegal migration racket. That's really the reason they're trying to change the definition of federal immigration enforcement. They're trying to gaslight people into thinking that only the criminals should be deported deported and every other illegal should just be allowed to embed themselves illegally in the nation, then somehow Donald Trump has broken a campaign promise by deporting illegal immigrants with no criminal record.
Are they going to realize that maybe things have gone too far?
Some of those people may disapprove because they want there to be more deportations even faster. You know, we've deported 2.6.
I don't think, well, based on the polling, we have a lot of polling. It's pretty clear. They disapprove of his handling of deportations. They disapprove of what happened in Minnesota with Renee Good. And they disapprove of Trump's handling of immigration. If they thought he was doing a great job, they would applaud.
We can debate the polling. I can only refer you to the November 2024 election in which Donald Trump flatly told the American people he was going to deport illegal aliens. He was going to mass deport illegal aliens. And that's exactly what they've done. They've deported.
He said he was going to deport the worst of the worst.
Yes. And they are.
No, they're not.
And so
73% of them have no record whatsoever.
That's not true. On it, and he's doing it. And he's going to be the president for the next 3 years, and they are going to continue to do it.
But no, the campaign promise since day one was mass deportation. That means everyone. It's so incredibly frustrating to see these people constantly spin and lie about everything. And the worst part, all of it to protect murderers, rapists, and gang members, like I mentioned earlier.
5 weeks, we have arrested 2,500 criminal illegal aliens off of the streets of Minneapolis. I have not seen CNN cover who some of those individuals are. An individual from Ecuador who murdered his 3-month-old son. An individual who's perpetuating human slavery and human trafficking. Scores and scores of murders, child. Why does the media not talk about that? We continue to see that people love to demonize law enforcement, vilify them as they're facing a 1,000% increase in assaults against them. And yet we're not talking about the great work that they're doing on the ground.
And you know, just think about it. Illegal immigration as a baseline is indefensible. It's not this harmless civil violation as Democrats pretend it is. It doesn't make the nation stronger. Ooh, these illegal immigrants are such contributing members to society. No, they're a massive net drain on taxpayers. They also help create a total economic imbalance in the job market, putting downward pressure on wages, negatively affecting opportunities for working class Americans. And don't even get me started on the potential issues relating to election fraud. You know, I wonder what happens when you're handing out driver's licenses en masse to illegal migrants. I mean, come on. It's not a harmless crime. Illegal immigration as a baseline, again, is indefensible. But now imagine taking it to the next level where not only are you defending illegal immigration, but you're defending the most hardened criminals who have invaded the nation. And then pretending you're the good guy, then turning around and saying they're not the problem, no, ICE are the terrorists, which is exactly what Democrats are doing. And the worst part is they know that it's bullshit.
One was a narrative that was immediately pushed by the Trump administration and Secretary of Homeland Security.
Hey, if somebody goes live from Portland, Shane, Tommy, somebody like that, you speak up, okay? Don't be shy. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. I can't keep track of everything. As soon as somebody says one time Tommy's live and I see it, boom, we'll go to Rumble, okay? I got lots planned though, so don't worry. This is I got 6 more videos queued up.
That she was a domestic terrorist who was attempting to run over officers with her car and was
it's still early
not just this officer, but multiple officers. That was the original statement. I said at the time, I thought that was untrue. And then your press office tweeted out that it was state-sponsored terrorism. Governor, I just have to ask you about that. That sort of thing makes our politics, and it does. Yeah. And our ICE officers obviously are not terrorists. Yeah. A tragic situation is not state-sponsored terrorism.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
They know exactly what they're doing. They know that they're wrong, and yet they do it anyway. They continue to lie. They know that American citizens are not being disappeared and kidnapped by ICE. They know ICE is not engaging in terrorism. They know the Trump administration isn't breaking a campaign promise or doing something unprecedented and wrong in terms of the targeted enforcement here. They know that the majority of people that are being picked up off the streets are criminals, and yet they lie and lie and lie and lie and lie. It never ends. And they probably also know that Renee Good was no innocent bystander that was indiscriminately murdered by an ICE agent. They know, and yet they lie and lie.
When she called this 37-year-old mother of 3 who was driving that car a domestic terrorist, that really was outrageous.
We said it was an act of domestic terrorism. In no way is that outrageous. What we saw on the ground there, she had been stalking and harassing law enforcement throughout the morning, and then she went on to use her car as a deadly weapon.
She was driving by.
Why? Because she had stuffed animals in her car, because she was a mom, because she had like kids and stuff. All that, because of that, all of a sudden she can't do no wrong. But you have to realize something. The people who are mad about this loser chick getting shot in the face, hey, you know what? Fuck around and find out. Maybe you should have minded your own fucking business and stayed your happy ass at home. If she would have gone to fucking lunch or brunch or some shit like that, instead of going out there, she'd still be alive right now. Straight up. These are the same people who Now, this woman was actually attacking a federal officer. These are the same people who laughed about Charlie Kirk. Just consider that. Anytime you're like, what kind of fucking people would, that kind of people. Yeah. That, if you think about like, these are the same exact people who laughed at Charlie Kirk, then their reaction to her makes complete sense. What's up, Ramsey?
After dropping off her little 6-year-old boy.
That's just simply not true.
I mean, come on. Renee Good has been repeatedly directly linked to far-left street terror organizations. Her wife admitted she was heard on tape claiming that it was her fault that Renee Good was shot because she brought her there to sabotage and obstruct ICE. She is a known BLM rioter and left-wing extremist. Not to mention there's a 3-minute video of her in the middle of the street creating a blockade and refusing to comply with lawful orders. And yet Wolf Blitzer comes out and says she was just dropping off her kid. It's insane. And when that doesn't work, they shift the goalpost. Yeah, this is the Democrat talking point that's being pushed all over social media.
Charlie Kirk was shot. Leftists recognized that it was murder, and we made it very clear that, yeah, his life was cut short. But we didn't mourn him because we recognized that he would not have had any compassion for us and would have happily seen us dead. Most of us didn't revel in seeing him shot, but we weren't sad about it either. What's happening with Renee Good is very different. What conservatives are doing is they are blaming her death on Renee's actions. They are saying, well, because she didn't comply, she deserved to die. She deserved to get shot. When you start dehumanizing people to this extent, quite literally any reason, any justification can be used to somebody. This is what has been happening to black people or brown people for.
Oh, that's a perfect pause screen too. I swear to God, I think there's some sort of a link to having a hole put in your nose and like your brain stopping like a regular function. It's like every time I see somebody that says something completely stupid, 10 out of 10 times they got a stupid nose ring.
For centuries in America. Now, a very clear line has been drawn in the sand that law enforcement can and will do whatever they see fit, and conservatives will enable them. They will support them. I need anybody who's watching this video to understand that even if you're a conservative, they could turn on you one day. The second you, quote, act out of line, that could be your name on a headline. In a white supremacist authoritarian state, anything is possible, and that is absolutely why we need to dismantle what's going on right now.
The way she presents it, it sounds smart, it sounds educated. Ooh, what an insightful point. But this is monumental bullshit. It's propaganda. She was not murdered for not complying. You're seeing all these leftoids making these comparisons to COVID as if we've somehow flipped and become fascist bootlickers. But obviously none of us are saying that she was killed by the ICE officer because she refused to comply. No, the issue is that she sped up a 4,000-pound vehicle directly into an ICE agent. And well, you know, that could be perceived as a threat, which officers are trained to react to. Constant lying, constant shifting of the goalposts. Just constant BS. And like I said earlier, you know, the BS is so strong that here they are once again losing one of their own. They can't even convince their own party members. And that pretty much tells you all.
Yes, Joshua, that's why it says live. Here's your sign, you know what I mean?
That you need to know. I think slowly people are starting to see the cracks in their narratives and the lies that they propagate. And so hopefully as the emotions die down, people will start waking up and realizing that this is yet again more Democrat narrative building. They want to focus on the supposed harm and danger that ICE is bringing in the community. Renee Good, frankly, did that to herself. And if you look at the actual impact, we're talking thousands upon thousands of dangerous thugs being taken off the streets. That's saving lives. Not to mention, look at the cratering fentanyl overdoses. Donald Trump is saving lives, he's making America safer. And you gotta question why Democrats are arguing against that obvious fact. Why they want so badly to make America a more dangerous place. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys.
All right. So, we have a few more things, but I wanted to watch a few things that were unrelated to this, since we're going to be focusing so much tonight on the protest, and we're still getting into it. What's up, Dean Teeter? Dean Teeter, what's up? No, Colleen, you have to understand that I can't cater to one person or even 2 or 3 people. I have to cater to the masses, and I spend a lot of time beforehand. What's up, Cult Media? I spend a lot of time beforehand putting show together to make sure it's engaging and entertaining and stuff like that, right? So, you know, I might play something that you don't particularly want to watch. Some people are like, oh, I watch this later. I can't, you know, I can't please everybody. But we got some things up here. It's this Minneapolis next to me. It's live. As soon as Tommy goes out, he's going to go out. Shane's going out. Maybe my buddy, not Tina Kotek, is going to be out there. You know, Alan Wade Sr., what's up? What's up, everybody over on Rumble? We're going to be just producing a show. You know, it's a little bit all over the place, but it's sort of like the weave. You know, we cover this, we cover that. I don't want you to get bored. I'm trying to steal. I'm going to straight up just say it, okay? I'm being honest with you. I'm trying to steal Matt Morse, like 35 to 37% of his crowd. If I can do that, I no longer have to work at my regular job. So I have to become a show. So forgive me if I play something that you've already seen or you don't want to watch. Just go take a pee, get a drink, come back, and we'll probably be on to something else by the time you return. So right now, we're going to watch this. Look, it's a Benny Johnson video. Trump shocks Europe, forces deal to buy Greenland. Surprise military move. Check this out. This is great. We're going to be back and forth. We're going to watch Greenland, something entertaining. Don't worry. We got it. Every time Clyde talks, he yells. I think I just, maybe my mic is too loud. Am I too loud? Am I too loud? No, I understand. Well, you didn't you see the baby Trump? We had baby Trump and baby Mean Gene baby Dr. Phil. I'll look for a Ben Bankus clip. I was looking for one earlier. Just let's watch this. It'll be good. Oh.
Well, looks like we are getting a McDonald's.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. If you are on the fence about America needing Greenland, let me give you a wonderful argument here that will convince you for all time. This is the number one way to surround Canada. Without Greenland being European, Canada is completely landlocked by America, and this is the number one way to get back at the Canadians, and of course, to ensure that Canada ultimately bends the knee to the American empire. It must all be America. It is what our founders desired.
I will have to stop it and start it to break up the copyrightedness, if that's a word. Dean Teeter, I do like to scream and yell. Yep. Tony P. Tony P. If you're a true Bills fan, you are absolutely 100% comfortable and used to them motherfuckers losing. Can't win a Super Bowl to save their fucking lives, dude. I swear.
It was actually the first battle of the Revolutionary War, was the Battle of Quebec. We've been wanting Canada for a long time. We were too nice in previous generations. We let weaker powers keep it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Canada also must be ours. President Trump making some shocking moves on the Greenland front this week. Not only did he meet with Danish officials at the White House, and they announced effectively that they're going to sell Greenland to America, but Trump is now engaging in military drills over the island. Let's just call it fighter jets over Greenland.
Hey, you want to hear a fun fact? Well, maybe a hot take rather than a fact. Just my opinion, okay? I don't think that that's Matt Morse's actual true inflection on his voice. I think that he probably does sort of sound like that, but he turns the volume on how he sounds way up for the stream, guys. I could do that.
Land for the first time ever, Trump imposes shock tariff on 8 European countries to force them into Greenland deal levy to increase until agreement is reached. Donald Trump is serious about this. President Trump called himself the tariff king yesterday and saying this is the number one way to ensure that we get what we want is to make sure that you play nice with us. You need the American economy. Everyone on earth needs the American economy. Without it, your country collapses into North Korea style third worldism. And Europe, Europe is like effectively a welfare state for America at this point. It is what it is. Donald Trump announced that he will impose increasing tariffs on 8 European countries unless they agree to let the U.S. take over Greenland. Britain, France, Denmark, Germany, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and the Netherlands will be hit by 10% levy on any goods entering the United States from February 1st, the president announced on Truth Social. Trump said that if no deal was reached by June, the tariff will increase to 25%. The president referred to himself as the tariff king, called Denmark to relinquish the mineral-rich territory, claiming that peace was at stake. Only the United States of America under President Trump can play this game very successfully at it. Nobody will touch.
I think it's funny. I have to pause it every once in a while. I think it's funny how all the other side is complaining because Donald Trump apparently is a king, because even though we all know that he's not a king, but then Trump will go somewhere, something like this, and call himself the king of something. That's funny. Wait, what the hell is this? What is this? What happened here? Oh, wait. Okay.
Touch this sacred piece of land, especially since the national security of the United States is at stake. Trump said that the 8 countries targeted due to the response sending troops to Greenland over the last few days. This is really funny. Each country has sent like a single soldier to Greenland. The countries have all sent 1 soldier each. So Britain sent 1 soldier, Norway sent 1 soldier, and I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see if that plays out, how that plays out for you. Denmark and the EU refusing to give Trump Greenland is going to be the biggest mistake they've ever made. 10% tariff. It's only a matter of time before they fold. These are the countries. If you live in those countries, tell your leaders, you can't control Greenland anyway. You couldn't defend Greenland in World War II. Give it back to America. It's time for Denmark to give it back. That's right. This is how we should be speaking about Greenland. Why not speak about Greenland like this? Greenland is a vassal state of America. How can I say that? Well, it's pretty obvious. During World War II, when the Nazis conquered all of Denmark without firing a shot, and they just surrendered, they surrendered also their assets. Those assets, those colonial assets, went to America. America was the administrator of Greenland during World War II. So why shouldn't we just take back what was rightfully ours? Without America, the Nazis would have had a base literally off of our shore in the Western Hemisphere. So there you go. We have subsidized Denmark and all other countries in the European Union for far too many years. Trump said, starting in February, all the mentioned countries will be charged a tariff and it will increase. President Trump going strong. The bill has come due. Trump needs to own Greenland for stationing, part of the Golden Dome missile defense system. U.S. Space Force already has missile tracking radar. But, doesn't matter to me. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm down with American colonialism, imperialism, and empire. I'm down. If you don't like it, is what it is. But the Danish foreign minister said the U.S. is going to find a common way forward on Greenland. Well, that means selling Greenland. They're selling Greenland. It's over. Euro cucks won't even get anything resembling your fantasy killing of American troops because the Danes will hand over Greenland for a big pile of cash. I got what I voted for. Again, Euro cucks. Uh-huh. Which way, Greenland man? That's right. Where are you going to go? Of course, Greenland is for sale. A lot of you people suck at Monopoly, and it shows. Greenland officials and Denmark officials arrive at the White House to talk about the acquisition, and everybody says, well, you know what? It actually went really, really well. The Danish foreign minister effectively said in multiple statements that they're going to create a working group. They met with J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio. Donald Trump has not budged on taking Greenland. It's clear that President Trump has this wish of taking over Greenland. We can make it happen. Trump trolls Europe with the image of him gazing out at Greenland while through the White House windows, warning that U.S. will take the territory one way or another. Just Trump looking Greenland. Yeah. Monitor the situation. Trump just staring at Greenland out of the window. Okay. Well, I got to tell you, the arguments in favor of this is growing really, really strong. We have now a working group in order to come to terms with the United States of America. And you know what that's going to end up in. You know what that's going to result in. And like, get it over with, guys. You've already sold us the Virgin Islands. We bought the Virgin Islands for $25 million worth of gold. Like, just get it over with. Stop the game. Stop the charade. You're not going to win this one. Will the U.S. acquire Greenland in 2026? The answer is yes. The betting markets, Poly Market says, will the U.S. invade Greenland in 2026? 11% chance and a 24% chance that the U.S. will acquire Greenland. I'm down. If you want the best explanation, here's Stephen Miller, by the way, causing the CNN anchor to break out in hives over his clear as a bell explanation of why the United States must have Greenland.
Wait. What the hell is this? Hold on. What? What is this? Shout out to JD. Wait.
This is Jake Lang in Minneapolis, Minnesota today. He went out to do his normal shtick where he pretends to be a Christian, pretends to care about this country. He's a paid provocateur, but he was also peacefully protesting. He didn't hurt anybody and he didn't break any laws. And he got violently assaulted repeatedly, had piss thrown on him in 7-degree weather, was pepper sprayed, was dragged into this crowd, brutally beaten. And then after all of that, he was stabbed. Now, I don't like Jake. I don't trust Jake. I know who Jake works for, and I think his methods are disgusting. But I still stand for his First Amendment right to be able to do the things that he's doing, just like I stand for the First Amendment right of these people to be able to do what they're doing. For him to be attacked for exercising his constitutional First Amendment right is absolute Nazi fascist behavior. But they didn't just attack him. They attacked this woman as well as many other people. Listen, you might not agree with the things that I believe, and I might disagree with the things that you believe, but at the end of the day, we are all Americans, and this country was founded upon our right to be able to speak our minds freely. For people who like to call everybody Nazis and fascists, they sure do like to use physical violence to shut down the speech of anybody who disagrees with them on anything. And what exactly would you call that? Let me know down in the comments.
Oh, no, I was with my daughter all day. I was being dad today, so I didn't do that. I didn't know about that. Holy cow, what the fuck, man? All right, so check this out. I want to watch something, and I was watching this. I saw this earlier, and I just wanted to watch it. And you wanted to watch something entertaining, Colleen. I don't know if this is going to be funny, but it says, how insane is Maduro's prison cell security? I didn't watch it yet, but I think I want to. We have a few more minutes. I'm texting Tommy and Shane just to see what time they think they're going to go out so I can kind of coordinate everything. But don't worry. Worst case scenario, we'll just stick with Minneapolis until it pops off, you know? If I run out of videos, we'll just go to Rumble early. We'll put this full screen. Yeah, Carla. I'm a true Buffalo fan. They suck at winning the big game. Yeah. I know. No, they choked. They always choke. I lost money 4 years in a row in the 90s. You know what?
America. Now he's trapped in a room smaller than a walk-in closet. Nicolas Maduro used to rule with an iron fist. Today, he has to follow the strict rules of the American prison system. The prison holding the former Venezuelan president is a giant concrete block with thousands of tons of reinforced steel. He's kept in a special area where the lights never turn off and the doors only open with a remote signal. But this isn't some jail hidden out in the desert, it's a high-tech fortress sitting right in the middle of New York City. And that choice was on purpose. The MDC Brooklyn is a city fortress where every single floor is under strict control. For Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, the security isn't just about the bars and locks, it's a many-layered cage of rules, technology, and isolation. To get why this cage is so tough, you first have to look at how the US snatched him from his palace. On January 3, 2026, the United States launched Operation Absolute Reserve, a mission that saw Special Forces soldiers dropped down on a military base in Caracas using helicopters. This wasn't a standard arrest. The US government didn't just want to get Maduro to go to court, they wanted to show that no amount of power could protect someone from the full weight of American law. When the dictator landed at Stewart Air National Guard Base in New York, there was no warm welcome. He was met by police officers and federal agents, loaded onto a helicopter and flown straight to Manhattan. The charges against him, including narco-terrorism, are the reasons for his new life in the Metropolitan Detention Center, Brooklyn. Long before Maduro ever arrived, the Metropolitan Detention Center was opened in the 1990s as a holding facility for people awaiting trial. But that doesn't mean that it's a place to kill time. It is a federal building that holds over 1,300 prisoners, including some of the most famous criminals in the world, including Sean Diddy Combs, Ghislaine Maxwell, and drug king El Chapo. The conditions inside of the facility are often harder than in permanent supermax prisons. The MDC has had problems with freezing temperatures, power outages, and a lack of guards. It is dark, crowded, and loud, with frequent complaints of mold, fungus, and poor quality food. In recent years, the MDC logged more than 800 maintenance requests in a single month, many for broken toilets and crumbling infrastructure. The MDC is infamous for its lengthy lockdown periods, as well as its problems with understaffing. This has made it nearly impossible to contain violent outbursts, and that has already turned deadly. In 2024, violent outbursts inside the MDC killed 2 prisoners. Before his arrest, Maduro was in Miraflores Palace, a huge presidential mansion with grand halls, manicured lawns, and opulent rooms. His new home has been described as disgusting and horrifying by prisoners and lawyers alike. In 2019, prisoners endured a week of sub-zero temperatures after the power was knocked out. Things got so bad, inmates sued the Bureau of Prisons, citing inhumane conditions and broken toilets. The lawsuit ended in a $10 million settlement split among about 1,600 inmates. But Maduro is not with the other prisoners. It's likely that he'll be placed in the Special Housing Unit or SHU. He will never see a common room, a cafeteria, or a yard filled with other people. He's held in a special area, but even there, he is in a cell within a cell. This is isolation by design, and it is only the first layer of what's coming. Before a guard ever speaks to him, the building itself has already decided he will be alone. His room is a small 8 by 10 foot cell. The walls are made of reinforced concrete with steel lined with sensors. Even the slightest vibration would lock the entire prison down. The door has no bars. It isn't a movie cell block. In MDC, the door is a solid piece of steel with a small slot at waist height for food, and it stays closed 24 hours a day. It's only opened from a separate control room by someone who never sets foot in the hallway. The furniture is all bolted to the floor. The bed is a concrete block, but he won't be getting much rest. He sleeps on one pillow with a thin 1.5-inch mattress that won't catch fire. There is a metal unit that works as both a toilet and a sink. There are no mirrors, only a piece of shiny metal that shows a blurry reflection. The lighting is provided by a single light bulb hidden behind a strong cover, and it never really goes out. At night, it changes to a dim orange light. It's just bright enough for the cameras to see Maduro's face. Wake-up call is 6 a.m. on the dot, and the first thing that greets the former president is gray walls. But he probably isn't getting much sleep. He's also expected to make his bed every day after he awakes, to mop the floor and keep his toilet and sink clean. There is no escape. A network of cameras cover every inch of the prison. A special team of officers watches him at all times, when he eats, when he paces back and forth, when he sleeps. If Maduro stops moving for too long, a guard bangs on the steel door. A reminder that stillness is not allowed. Silence causes alarm. Few people are built to endure this for long, and that is the point. Time inside the MDC almost stands still. There are no clocks in the cells. Morning, afternoon, and night all blur together under the same artificial light. For Maduro, time is reduced to routines. Meals through a slot, counts, brief movements under watch. This kind of isolation isn't accidental. Inmates describe the same effect. looping thoughts, broken sleep, and a growing sense that nothing exists beyond the concrete walls. MDC Brooklyn operates under the strictest rules in the American system, and for Maduro, these rules mean he is cut off from everyone. Maduro isn't just separated from other prisoners, he is removed from social interaction entirely. No voices, no faces, no unfiltered words. Every message he sends is stripped apart before it even leaves the building. He isn't allowed to speak to other prisoners. Even his defense is controlled. He can see his lawyers, but he can't touch the paper in their hands. Meetings take place in a room divided by thick, strong glass. They cannot pass papers to each other. Every document is scanned and checked by the government first. Whenever they move him to court, the streets of New York turn into a high-speed zone for the military. Even when Maduro had to leave the prison to go to the courthouse in Manhattan, security stayed tight. It was a military operation in downtown New York. A man used to convoys of luxury vehicles traveled in a line of armored cars that turned the streets of New York into a temporary safe zone. Maduro was first searched and then fitted with a black box, a heavy steel device that went over his handcuffs. Chains were wrapped around his waist, wrists, and ankles. The chains were so short that he could only take small steps. He was put into the back of an armored van with no windows. This van had its own air supply in the case of a gas attack.
Do the
and
poll.
It can survive a bomb or a rocket. The guards traveled in a line of cars that usually had at least 6 black SUVs filled with special tactical officers. NYPD cleared the normally busy Manhattan streets, while police boats followed from the water and helicopters watched from the sky. For the people watching from the sidewalks, it looked like traffic control. For Maduro, it is a reminder that even movement happens on someone else's terms. The toughest part of Maduro's new life isn't physical, it is the shock of becoming irrelevant overnight. His decisions changed lives, determined the fate of a country. Now everything has changed. MDC doesn't care who he used to be. The most damaging part of Maduro's security isn't visible at all, it is mental. He was a man who lived like a king for years. He was always surrounded by his wife, guards, and loyal followers. In the prison, that is taken away. He no longer has access to extravagant meals. Instead, he eats basic prison meals, warm pasta, processed meat, and a piece of fruit if he's lucky. An MDC prisoner recently complained about maggots in the food. The food arrives through a slot in the door, and he never has the chance to speak to anyone. It's one of 3 meals that he'll receive each day that meets the 1,800 calories required by law. Prisoners are not allowed to wear their own clothes.
I have a stupid question for anybody who may not know. Hey, Roman, you're probably in the wrong chat for all that. Is there a way on X for me to put like the subtitles or like the speech, what he's saying, like the whatever it's called? Is there a way to turn that on or no?
Disappointing.
Yeah, Roman, you don't understand how our laws in our country work, you moron. You can't vote the president out, you dipshit. That already happened and you lost, loser.
News for Maduro and his gray Nike sweatsuit. Now he wears a blue and orange jumpsuit. His name is gone. It's replaced entirely by a number. There is no TV, no internet, and no newspapers unless they are old and they have sections cut out. He spends 23 hours a day inside
fixing
a cell.
the world.
His 1 hour of exercise happens in another concrete cage, a room with a fence for a ceiling that lets him hear the buzz of the city but never see it. Conditions like this are known to cause sensory collapse. Prisoners have nothing to see, touch, or hear. The constant light and the lack of human contact are meant to make a prisoner feel weak before they ever go to trial. The guards watching him are being watched too. They are changed frequently so they don't become overly friendly with him. They are checked to make sure they aren't taking any money. The risk for a guard to help Maduro is high. They would lose their job and go to jail themselves. If a judge finds him guilty, his next home will be even more lonely than this one.
Thank you,
Maduro
Jesse.
sits alone in his cell while his lawyers fight to
closed
keep him out of
caption.
a permanent tomb.
There's no way.
They argue that he was kidnapped and that because he was a leader, he shouldn't be in trouble. But the U.S. courts have already said that those rules...
Yeah. Hey, Roman, most people in this chat room would vote for Trump to be the king right now. I would.
Rules don't count for the crimes he's accused of. What happens next depends on the trial. If he's found guilty, his security will get even tighter. If he's convicted, Brooklyn isn't the end of his story. It is the beginning of something far more permanent. Maduro would likely be moved from Brooklyn to ADX Florence in Colorado. This is the Alcatraz of the Rockies. At ADX, the cells are made of poured concrete so that the bed, the desk, and the chair are all one piece of stone. There, Maduro would spend the rest of his life seeing only a tiny sliver of the sky. The point is not comfort, it's control. From the moment the soldiers entered his home, the process was already underway, and it ends inside a concrete box under a light that never shuts off.
Hi, Amy.
The system doesn't care who he used to be. It doesn't threaten, it doesn't explain itself. It just slams the door shut. To understand how Nicolas Maduro ended up in this situation,
is that rank and file of many of the area police, Aisha, that we're seeing is that rank and file of many of the area police departments, including Minneapolis Police Department. Many of their rank and file police officers are coming up to our agents on the ground saying,
Thank you guys for all the kind words. I love you
we
too.
Support you 100%.
Hey, like the stream,
That's in direct,
repost it.
Direct
Hold on.
opposition to.
Hey, if you don't mind, please like the stream on YouTube, share it, maybe, on Rumble. Please like the stream over there and repost it. It's a little pill with 2 little arrows that says repost. If you do that, we'll have Matt Morris will be pissed off because I'll take all of his crowd. I want 37% of Matt Morris's audience so I don't have to do this engineering bullshit anymore. Come on, let's fucking go. I'll be right back.
Say a Mayor Fry calling for cops to fight federal agents. So we've got the support of the rank and file and the American public. This mission is going to continue.
So they want to help. I mean, they're coming up to you and telling you that they actually do want to help, but their hands are tied.
Exactly. We've seen this in California and Los Angeles. We saw this with Chicago rank and file police officers. And guess what? We're seeing it in Minneapolis also. And to any of those Minneapolis police officers, and I'm hearing this is happening, that want to join the U.S. Border Patrol or ICE, we welcome you with open arms. We support you. We support you making American cities like Minneapolis a safer place. So I'd be happy to meet personally with those officers that might be wanting to join a law enforcement agency that supports them.
I want to let this play, but Joshua, I am currently multi-streaming. I am also live on Rumble right now. You can go. It's just Climatics TV on Rumble. I'm not going to switch to Rumble. I'm merely going to turn off the YouTube stream when we full screen the IRL protest. 99% of what's said outside in Portland goes against the YouTube content, and I'm not trying to violate any sort of rules. So, yeah. So it's not going to be after. I'm currently live on Rumble too. So. Oh, shout out to Cam Higby.
Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry are under federal investigation for allegedly interfering with immigration enforcement. Oh boy.
With some breaking news, you just mentioned it just moments ago. Multiple DOJ sources confirming to Fox News that Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry are now both under federal investigation for allegedly interfering with immigration enforcement here in Minnesota. We are told that probe is early but ongoing. More on that for our viewers as we get it. In the meantime, despite a snowstorm out here in Minneapolis, it appears we are headed for yet another night of protest.
They set the forest on fire?
I'm not impeding traffic. I'm on the sidewalk. Why are you pushing us?
Can you read? Can you read on that eye?
This is what happens when you get a town of people that are bored. If you were in need of providing for your family, you would go and that would be your priority. But if you have absolutely nothing to do, no purpose in your life, you go to a protest. They're bored. They have nothing to do.
But it's because of these Democrat leaders. It's just absolutely insane.
Shout out to the Cartier family. They live like 20 minutes away from me. I need to meet them. What's up, guys? Hello. Message me. Let's collab on something. I'm serious. I'll come to your studio. For real. But the I always say like these people must have some like bankrupted life. Like, what are you doing tonight? I'm going to the ice building. What are you doing tomorrow night? I'm going to the ice building. What are you doing Friday? I'm going to the ice building. What are you gonna do on my birthday? I'm going to the ice building. What are you gonna do on your birthday? I'm going to the ice building. What are you gonna do on Jesus' birthday? I'm going to the ice building. The fuck? Play a fucking game. Get a girlfriend. Read a fucking book. What are you doing while you're going to the ice building?
It's not like people are getting killed in the street like in Iran. They are protesting for people's lives.
Like
y'all protesting because y'all bored.
Chronic, what's up, bro?
They literally was just talking about how Iran was finna hang 700 people.
They already killed, I think it was like 15,000 people in 2 weeks.
You know what type of, that would be a need for a regime change. But y'all are acting like this, something needs to be changed in this.
That's what they think. They think that though. They literally think that Trump is on that level. They treat it as if that is the case. As if Trump is just killing people in the streets.
Thank you, Chronic.
It's ridiculous.
So what would you say about the people that's going out there going against the ICE protesters?
Hey, Chronic's another one.
Like the
Patriots.
So you would call them patriots?
Chronic's another one that got me. Chronic, you're a girl, aren't you? You're a girl, huh? See, I would like these names. I can't tell. And I'm like, what's up, bro? How you doing? And it's like, I'm a chick. Same thing with, oh no, fuck around. Like, I have to call her Amy now because I can't call her that other shit.
Patriots and not bored?
No, I wouldn't. I would also call them bored, yeah. Keep it 100. Because I myself would not do that. I'm not going to I'm not going to go get physically involved with no one unless someone I care about is you know.
I respect the boldness, though.
I respect the boldness, but you can't point out one and then say the other one's okay. If you're out there, you need to go home.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I agree. I don't think I would go out there
None
in
of
a
us would do
situation
that.
that's so heated. Like, why would I interject myself into that? Put myself in harm's way.
Well, my family love me.
What do I gain from that?
Yeah, we got some bold people doing it.
I'm here holding a flag and it's just, you guys can't stand it. You got a desecrated flag with a ducking a gun on it. Desecrated flag for you. I'm proud of this. I'm proud of this flag. I'm proud of this flag. What are you not going to do either?
That's a Somalian.
I look like a Bigfoot, but
I'm proud of this flag.
am I looking for a girlfriend? Not really. 80s fan? Yeah. I don't know. Not really. I've been single a long time. Like, how long have I been single? Like anybody here who gives a shit. Like 6 or 7 years, some shit like that. I like my peace and quiet. I'd like to. You know what? One of the best parts of being single and like living, just like, I mean, I have my kid, but for the most part, whatever mess that's made is mine, or it's made by someone who I can make go clean it up, and it don't matter if they get mad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need all that shit. What do you want to eat? I don't know, but I'm hungry. Feed me or I'm going to kill you. But I don't know what I want, but I don't care what I want. You want pizza? No. You want Chinese? No. You want Mexican? No. You want barbecue? No. If you don't care what you want to eat, and I tell you 14 different fucking places, and you say no to every place, you do care. You do. So anyways, so no, not really.
America voted for mass deportation. America voted for this, buddy. America voted for this. America voted for this. America voted for this. America voted for this. You're triggered, bro.
KP, no.
Therapist and taking us all right, bro.
I don't want that shit either, yo.
I wouldn't have got physical. I just wouldn't let him get in my face.
Because we thought about it the other day. And we said,
Yeah.
you know what? Nah, Brandon.
Remember what he said? We ain't gonna say it
We're
all
not
here.
going to take Brandon out there, man.
We are justified in the rage that we feel as Minnesotans with the paramilitary force that is roaming our streets. But there is no justification for people to give them the PR that the administration is.
I've been basically single since me and my kid's mom split up. So she's the girl. She's the chick in the wrestling highlight, like the intro video that I have. Like the girl that's in there with me. That's my kid's mom. Oh, no shit. Look at this piece of shit. You don't even know what that word means, you bastard. I would love to see you say that shit to my face. I would rip your face off for saying that shit to me. Who the fuck do you think you are? You don't even know what that word means, you piece of shit. Hey, already deported someone immediately. How about that shit? Don't come in here and call me a Nazi, bitch. I'm a Jew. I will hurt you for that. I gotta watch what I say because I'm on YouTube, but I will hurt you. I'm not like these other people who throw wild hands and shit. You'll never, ever, ever see it. Watch my wrestling video. You see me punching people? No. You see me choking motherfuckers and doing dirty ass shit. I'll rip your fucking nuts off. Don't care.
Looking for.
It's a fight. What the fuck?
And as those protests continue, so does the vandalism. We can confirm here at News Nation exclusively that at least 11 government vehicles.
Hey, Polly, could you send me a video of you eating the bird? You know what? Never mind. Forget it.
Or rentals being driven by federal law enforcement were vandalized overnight in a hotel parking lot in
Somebody call me a
suburb of
Nazi.
Minneapolis. Take
That's
a
okay.
listen to
I got
what
rid of him.
Commander at Large Gregory Wolfino had to say.
It's the anarchists, the rioters, and some of the protesters that get out of line that are using way too much force in what they're doing against federal law enforcement.
He did.
Our mission here, Allie, is legal, ethical, and moral. It's peaceful, and we want to keep it that way.
So I would love more accuracy of information, as they say they're the most transparent administration.
Hey, Polly. I mean, you want to be a part of my thumbnail someday, right? Send me a picture of you eating a burrito. You'll make the thumbnail.
Which is the biggest lie told on American soil, I believe. It is the least transparent. It is the most corrupt. It is the one administration I have seen lie to us, even though we have an accurate documentation of their lives, even if we are witnesses.
I really don't like this lady, man. She's always looking freaking sad.
Look at she eyes.
She's like a bitch.
Miss Potato Head.
Pramila Jayapal is elected in California, so why is she in Minnesota?
Because she's bored.
For PR. They all want PR, they all want votes. We have not ran this alien in a long time.
She's on the Native Land Pod.
Oh, wow.
Goodness
That's what
gracious.
that Amanda Seals chick.
Yeah, on the
If
Breakfast
you
Club.
have a
Native land, the guys. Hey,
man.
they said I wasn't in that video, but they say the Black Panthers is back. I'm gonna actually laugh about that all week.
What you did was so powerful is white people want to have privilege and they want to have non-white people get hurt, but they don't want to have to watch it. They don't want to have to.
I don't know if you I don't know if you could like figure it out. I don't know if you really noticed, but I'm white, and I just want to say on behalf of all white people, this bitch crazy. The fuck is wrong with her? We don't want people getting hurt, yo. You know what? They say they got white privilege. I'm 47 years old. I've been looking for this white privilege shit my whole life. You know why I don't? You know why I'm convinced 100% that I don't have any privilege being white? Let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm proud to be black. I'm proud to be Mexican. I'm proud to be Chinese. I'm proud to be white. See how the temperature in the room kind of changes when you say that? I'm the only. I got all this privilege, right? I'm the top of the shelf, but I'm the only race that's not allowed to be proud of who they are. What's that like, black people? How does it feel to be able to be proud to be who you are? I don't know what that's like. I'm not allowed to be.
To have their souls implicated in it. And so because they're now watching their gardener,
Bakari, whatever this monkey name
and
is.
so because they're now watching their gardener,
he looks like one, but he do. I'm sorry.
All right, bro.
Nah, but I'm sick of these people, bro. Y'all done crossed the line, but she got the Gaza shirt on. I thought they said Gaza.
I don't know if I'm a genius.
Gaza, Palestine. Like,
and so because they're now watching their gardener, they're right. They don't want to watch John Lewis get beat. They just want him to get beat without them having to see it and having to be accountable for it.
On the native land pod. They are.
Let me make something clear, Jesse. Jesse, let me make something clear to you. You can say whatever you want to say. You're in the chat. You have freedom of speech, but I cannot say that other thing about trans and then what they really are. I can't say that. I can't say the R word, right? Dr. R was restreaming me and I couldn't say anything about it. I can't say any of the stuff that they say out there, but they can say that the current president of the United States is a Nazi. You can say Donald Trump is a Nazi. I just did. You can say Donald Trump is a Nazi, but you can't say trans blah 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 R blah blah blah. You know?
I've seen all year right there. Bro, they live in the suburbs and they're complaining.
I'm gonna be honest, when they're not on TV and they don't have a narrative that they are told to push, they sound even more retarded.
They're on the native land.
Chrissy, you white as shit.
This old guy, he literally has
Chrissy white as fuck, guys. Holy shit.
Them combined, and they're way richer than him for pushing a stupid narrative.
I don't think being rich has anything to do with your common sense.
It doesn't, because this guy absolutely cooked them.
Man, fuck your feelings. I'm gonna tell you. If them white folks wanted us gone, we be gone. I'm sick of the comment that, well, when they done with them, what happens when they come from us? You know what? White folks helped us get free in this country. It's only 13% of us in this country, so we didn't free ourselves. And yeah, think you could fight back? Just go look at Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Central Park in New York. I'm just saying, if Irish people can take out the Central Park and a couple planes can get rid of Tulsa, you think they can't get rid of the projects? Y'all doing a good job, you goddamn self. So let them people do their motherfucking job and get them people out. And then maybe they could give y'all some more money to help y'all get off y'all ass and maybe do something for yourself. Fuck your feelings. It is what it is.
Oh my God. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, somebody buy that guy a beer or a blunt or something. Holy shit. Well, damn. I agree, bro.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. He went hard.
He did. He told them the truth. He told them the truth. People aren't having jobs right now. You know, black people could come together and do what the Hispanics do. Make a construction companies. I don't know, mow some lawns. Actually, bro, though, I seen a guy, a Hispanic guy, I think he said his brother came here, him and his brother, they immigrated here, and I think he said he was like flat broke. He got here at 4 years old, and now he's like a millionaire in Bel Air, and he like has a.
Oh, by the way, I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it one time only. How can I say this without doxing anybody in the situation? Let me see here. My daughter went to her friend's house today, and I guess her friend's aunt was over. So I saw the most attractive woman I've ever seen in my entire life today, and I tried to say hi, and I blew it. I blew saying hi. Fuck.
What percent of illegal immigrants are Hispanic? I would say probably 90%.
Yeah, I
And
wish.
they would more than
Exactly.
But 30% of the ICE agents are Hispanic. 50% of the Border Patrol agents are Hispanic.
Exactly.
And y'all at home on welfare complaining.
Crying.
Sorry, bro. I'm going a little hard today, guys. Don't judge me off my comments. Just kidding some of the time.
All right, guys. Let's know what y'all think.
All right. Now one more of these, I think, and then we're gonna go. Oh, this is T-Sply. Okay, this is about Minneapolis. We'll hit Minneapolis one more time, and then we're going to go to Rumble. We'll pull up whoever's out there. We got Patrick right here. We can put his volume up, and then we'll just get on with the late show. If we gotta go over to Minneapolis and do that until things pop up. I mean, you have to remember that Minneapolis, it's 8 o'clock. But in in Portland, it's only 6. I'm human. Yeah, well, last time I checked, I was. I try not to think about that. But oh wait, hold on. We gotta back this up.
But I do want to start with this idea of the Insurrection Act and whether this is the moment that the Trump administration has been waiting for.
Okay, there's no denying there's a
Shout
lot
out
of
to T-Sply.
anticipation right now as to whether or not the President of the United States, Donald Trump, will be invoking the Insurrection Act. Now, very recently on his Truth Social, he had this to say. In Minnesota, the troublemakers, agitators,
right.
and insurrectionists are, in many cases, highly paid professionals. The governor and the mayor don't know what to do. They have totally lost control and are currently being rendered useless.
That's another problem I have. And I'm just going to say this one time and you can take it for what it is, okay? How come other races that are not black, like Hispanics and Asians, how come they're allowed to say the N-word? How come it's okay for a guy from Mexico to use that word, but I can't use it? What the fuck? Wait, why? I'm not even that kind of white. I'm different kind of white. I'm Lithuanian. I'm for real. I'm like seriously. I'm literally Lithuanian. Like I'm not even that fucking. Like I think we were probably like the slaves of the slaves. I'm not even sure.
If and when I am forced to act, it will be solved quickly and effectively. President Donald J. Trump. Now, leave your comments down below
Jesse,
if you think the Insurrection Act should be invoked.
I was speechless already. I didn't know what to say. I was like, God, all I want to know is I was in my head. I'm like, all right, you think she wants a big wedding or a small wedding? Like, what the fuck?
Within Minneapolis. As I make this video right now, Tom Homan is in Washington, D.C. talking to President Donald Trump as to whether or not to invoke the Insurrection Act or talk about the topic. Here's Tom Homan.
Is it time for the Insurrection Act, or would that just add gasoline to the fire?
Well, I'm not going to get ahead of the president on that, but it's certainly an option, a viable option. So actually, I'll be meeting with the president tomorrow. So, you know, I think it's something that needs to be on the table because this cannot continue. There is going to be more bloodshed. I'm telling you. I hope I'm wrong, but I haven't been yet. There's going to be more bloodshed if something hasn't done.
Okay, so here's my disclaimer. As of right now, we don't know what's going to happen with the Insurrection Act, whether or not it's going to get invoked. If it does get invoked, make sure to please subscribe.
These liberals are so stupid. Do you know, Colleen, these liberals, do you know that they actually believe that white people invented racism? White people ain't even been around. Like, you know, there's people who think Jesus was white.
to my channel, make sure to please like the video. I will be immediately going live and giving you updates. Otherwise, also make sure to please subscribe because we go live every morning and we do videos like this, and I want to give you guys all the relevant details. Now, moving on to this next topic, as far as the FBI, the DOJ, they are really honing in and isolating this idea of being an agitator. Now, it's nothing new from the Trump administration. You hear it all the
That's Colleen. That's because white people didn't exist during that era. Like,
time. If you lay a finger on an ICE agent, we will prosecute you. But a lot of times from conservative voters, you see in the comment sections, why is nothing happening? Why is nobody being prosecuted? It looks like the Trump administration may have been paying attention, may have been reading the comments, because even the FBI put out a $100,000 reward. If you can find anyone involved with breaking into this FBI vehicle and stealing a firearm,
Jesse,
we will give you a $100,000 reward. And it turns out one of those people, they were actually found. But the point I'm trying to make is we are seeing a lot more of this from the Trump administration as far as what's happening in St. Paul and Minneapolis, talking about agitators, volunteer groups who are going above and beyond to obstruct. It looks like the Trump administration, they are honing in on people like that, and people are being arrested.
The moment that the Trump administration has been waiting for. Scott, you have been convinced that this is the time.
Yeah, they'd be well within their rights to do it. I mean, you've got a governor of Minnesota who has said out loud that he believes they exist in a state of occupation of the federal government. You've got people going off to trainings, training how to fight federal agents. You've got massive amounts of money flowing into these groups to fund this stuff. And you have a bunch of elected officials in Minnesota who seem to believe that federal laws do not apply there. And
okay, now I do want to point out this is not the first time this has happened as far as the Trump administration wanting to possibly invoke the Insurrection Act. I think you guys remember there was a big push to send in the National Guard to Portland, and that was a legal uphill battle. From judges blocking, from almost getting the National Guard in, to now there is no National Guard being deployed to Portland as of right now. So again, keep in mind the Trump administration, they do have a little experience in far as knowing how much evidence and proof they need if they do want to invoke the Insurrection Act. According to Scott Jennings, he's saying there seems to be enough evidence, or there seems to be enough cases involved here in which the Trump administration does have an argument for it.
Just in massive disorder in the streets, and just last night, a ICE agent was trying to arrest a Venezuelan national, and two other Venezuelan nationals, all illegal immigrants, came out and tried to beat him to death with a shovel, which has apparently enraged everyone in Minnesota. They have a lot of problems there, and if Trump decided to do it, I think he'd be well within his rights to do so.
But there is a very big difference as far as the Portland situation and the Minneapolis situation. We're talking about in Portland, a lot of the clashes we saw and the need and want for the National Guard was really isolated to that one Portland ICE building. When we're talking about the possibility of the Insurrection Act in Minneapolis, we're talking about Minneapolis and St. Paul and the greater area. And what Scott Jennings was talking about is that there is mayhem in the streets. There seems to be clashes at the federal building where ICE is. There's clashes in random roadways. We didn't see that in Portland. It was happening, but it wasn't as publicly broadcasted like we're seeing in Minneapolis. So keep that in mind as far as wanting evidence and proof for the Trump administration and what they would have to prove in order to invoke the Insurrection Act. Let us continue.
Yes, I talked about the polls. It's a fair question to say, are you losing American support? But Wolf, I want to let you please.
No one supports
the question is, are you losing American support?
Attacking or killing a law enforcement
no one does.
officer. Nobody supports that.
But if I may say, you all have said, really laying the feet at that ICE enforcement officer. We said that this was domestic. We said that this was domestic terrorism for a reason. This individual used a deadly weapon against our ICE law enforcement officer. That is and will be charged. In any of the cases, we saw 15 of these cases over the past week alone in Minneapolis. Those will be charged as domestic terrorism.
Now, for those of you that are subscribed to my channel, you know we have already been covering St. Paul and Minneapolis and Minnesota for a while now. Before the rest of America seems to be focusing on it, there have been clashes. There's been vehicles used against ICE agents already. There has been a firearm discharge in a particular situation just like a week before the one everyone knows about. So the point that Homeland Security keeps making is that, look, this is not like one isolated situation. This happens a lot more more than people realize, even very recently.
Called this 37-year-old mother of 3 who was driving that car a domestic terrorist. That really was outrageous.
We said it was an act of domestic terrorism. In no way is that outrageous. What we saw on the ground there, she had been stalking and harassing law enforcement throughout the morning, and then she went on to use her car as a deadly weapon.
She was driving by after dropping off her little 6-year-old boy
That's
at
just
school.
simply not true. I have the facts on the ground. I mean, if you look at it, for the hours
you have more
before,
information you can release to give the public a better understanding.
if I can give you the facts of what happened that morning at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, this is where that incident occurred in Minneapolis. This individual, for hours before, had been stalking and harassing law enforcement, impeding operations. At the time of that incident, our law enforcement approached this individual's vehicle as she was blocking in our law enforcement. That is a federal crime. They asked her to get out of the car, to stop obstructing law enforcement. You saw from the video that her partner had been walking around harassing the law enforcement officer. Our officer was in front of her. She gunned the vehicle, and that's when things turned dangerous.
Okay, so leave your comments down below how you feel about that. And if you are new to my channel, I try to be as fair as possible to all of the different talking points so you guys can have an informed opinion on what's going on. And even if you don't agree with it, I do think it's crucial we understand what all sides are saying. Now, if you're wondering why you're looking at a picture of the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, and a representative from Florida, Representative Maxwell, well,
I'm a Gemini. I know you didn't ask, but I was just letting you know.
one thing we're really starting to see is that a lot more lawmakers are starting to come out and really get involved. And I'm going to let the video speak for itself, but this is happening like across the board. A lot of lawmakers are not really being that secretive anymore or just posting on their Instagrams or isolated posts. I mean, we're seeing full-blown videos letting people know that ICE is in the area.
Hey, easy one. I have a question for you. Not that I don't agree with you or I disagree with you or I agree with you or whatever, but I'm just curious. How many protests have you gone out to and put your life on the line at? How many times? How many videos have you posted of this shit? Are you just some outside person that has done literally nothing, complaining about someone who puts their own life on the line to bring you this stuff? Or, like, it sounds to me like that you're the one that's the pussy.
Hello, everybody. We've received multiple reports of heavy ICE activity in different parts of Central Florida, including the University of Central Florida, Winter Garden, Altamont Springs, and other surrounding areas. We've also received reports of heavy ICE activity at certain hotels in the area as well.
Oh, dude, my ex is... never again. I don't really buy into all that stuff too much, but I will never, ever date another Pisces.
I'm making this video to confirm both of those things, that ICE is in the community and that they have made pretty large hotel reservations in surrounding hotels as well.
And again, for those of you that are subscribed to my channel, whenever something like this happened, it was the biggest news ever, but you really had to look for it. And we saw a lot of stuff like this, mainly on like the state level or a city councilor in a random city. You had to find the Instagram post. Now we're seeing videos like this being a lot more public and members of Congress being a lot more open, like, yeah, ICE is here and they're reserving hotels right here, despite the fact we are seeing scenes in Minneapolis and sometimes in California, like Los Angeles area. We're seeing protesters bang on pots and pans, trying to keep ICE agents awake, trying to leak that they're staying there.
I want to tell you three things. Number one, please know your rights and ensure that your friends and family know their rights as well. We'll put a graphic at the end of this video and also post it again after this video. Number two, I am a member of the Oversight Committee of the United States government. And a few months ago, we launched a portal where people can report abuses and ICE activity. We'll put that.
Does Texas have bigger food portions? I don't know. I know a place called Clay's that you can get a chicken fried steak that's this fucking big. It like they literally bring it out on 2 plates. Like literally. So yeah.
Link up as well. Please be vigilant and report anything that you see. And number three, We don't know everything, but my office will be working with local partners to investigate further on what's going on and also how it impacts you as well. Please stay safe, and remember,
Pisces
you have
crazy,
rights,
yo.
no matter your immigration
Gemini in the
status.
hole.
We're a community. Let's love each other and protect each other. God bless you.
Okay, so leave your comments down below how you feel about this. Now, there are people in Florida who are pretty livid. Florida is rather pro-deportation efforts, cooperation with ICE, Homeland Security. Obviously, you may have heard of Alligator Alcatraz, stuff like that. So I will be keeping track of that story and what Governor DeSantis has to say. I'm just trying to show you guys, you know, this wasn't that common just months ago. You had to really look for it. Now you're finding videos, you're even finding lawmakers in protest, like members of Congress, in the middle of a protest, and like pepper balls are flying around them.
Can you clarify what exactly that means? Do American citizens, as of now, need to carry their passports or other immigration documents to show that they're citizens?
I am so glad you asked this question because I think that there's a lot of confusion there about this. We have incredibly targeted immigration enforcement operations. So what's happening there is there is reasonable suspicion. If somebody is in the vicinity of this operation, of this target, then they could be asked for their identification. We've been vindicated by the Supreme Court, September of 2025. You all saw a case out of Los Angeles where they said we can use a reasonable suspicion. I think I've seen a lot on this network and other places where they're talking about this is racially based. Absolutely not. Racial animus is no place in DHS and is, of course, not used. We're using what is protected under the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. All right.
Okay, so again, leave your comments down below how you feel about this. In case you guys are unaware, ICE can publicly inquire if they have reasonable suspicion. Are you a legal citizen or not legal citizen? However, ICE themselves don't typically do that unless it is a targeted operation like you hear right here, and you're within the area of the targeted operation.
Thomas, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. You're awesome, dude. Thank you.
Talking again. Say it.
What's the trigger for the Insurrection Act in Minnesota? What are you waiting for?
Well, the Insurrection Act, which has been used by 48% of the presidents as of this moment, the Insurrection Act also, if you look at it, I believe it was Bush, the elder Bush, he used it, I think, 28 times. It's been used a lot. And if I needed it, I'd use it. I don't think there's any reason right now to use it. But if I needed it, I'd use it. It's very powerful.
Okay, so this interview just came out. As I'm making this video, President Donald Trump has taken off on Air Force One, and he is flying back to Florida. So we're getting the indicator here. If I need to use it, I will use it, but as of right now, it doesn't look like I have to use it. However, here's my disclaimer, and again, I want to be very careful when I say this. When analyzing Minneapolis and St. Paul, the situation develops very...
Tommy, Shane, those guys are going to be out tonight. I'm talking to him now. Or at least I'm trying to talk to him. I'll let you know. But we are going to transition over to Rumble in just a minute. I mean, we're already on Rumble, but we're going to shut down the YouTube broadcast so we can put these protests on live because I think it's popping off over here. We got to pay attention to what's going on. A couple minutes left of T-Supply, and then we'll get on over to Rumble, guys.
Very, very fast. 1 week ago, there was no fence blocking the federal building. Now there's a whole fence. 1 week ago, there was not 3,000 plus agents. Now we have the 3,000 agents. Just a week ago, we only had about 200 Border Patrol agents. Now
Jesse, probably because you got a perverted mind. Maybe that's why.
There's 800. So keep in mind, although we hear this calm tone, and that's a good thing, we don't want clashes, we don't want fighting, keep in mind.
Yeah, easy one. I saw what you said. I just think it's really funny how random people who have no skin in the game, who don't do anything, who have like really put themselves in no danger, want to come and like just publicly bash somebody. Maybe I'm Cam's friend. Maybe we're friends. You don't know. Maybe he's a buddy of mine and you just insulted him. So, I mean, honestly, you can go fuck yourself. How about that? I don't have to be nice to you after you come in and say, you didn't say, hey, how you doing? Like your stream, nothing. You just came in and insulted a friend of mine. So how you expect me to act?
Looking at the progress.
I match energy and you started off by talking shit. So you can go fuck yourself, you know, you can stay and shit, but fuck you. I don't. There. Hey guys. Hey, hot take time. Nobody. There's no law that says I have to fucking be nice.
Progression and development of the situation.
And that goes for you too. You don't have to be nice either.
Unfortunately, it is trending in a direction where we are starting to see more pushback and more clashes. Now, on my channel, we are massive advocates for peace and prayer, so keep that in mind. I am not saying this to like be fearful or be afraid. I am just paying attention to that trend of moving in a direction in which I don't know if it's going to be insurrect.
And let's really, I don't want you to think that I'm just some asshole and just I don't like it because it's my friend. But let's like break down what you said. That you expected him to fight back, so he gets maced by some random because I made a video on him getting maced. You can go watch it on my channel. So okay, so here's a scenario: Cam gets maced, and you want him to fight back. So the guy who maced him was wearing a mask, and he maced him and ran off. So what do you expect Cam to do? He's blinded. He's maced. He's in the bus, dumping water on his face, right? What do you want me to do? Go get a gun and start shooting everybody, or get a baseball bat and go find some random Antifa guy and beat the fuck out of him? What do you expect to happen? What's the outcome there? What would make you go, oh, I like him, he's a tough guy? What, him sitting in jail for murder because he didn't know how to control his anger? You have to understand that one side keep setting up sniper nest and trying to shoot us from the shadows. At least we're out there trying to counter protest them. They're the violent ones. We're not. If we were as violent as the other side, this country would already be in all out civil war, period. And prank, this is what I'm talking about. See, after that shit, I can say like clip it or other things, and that can turn that shit into a little video. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's automatic. Or I could spend the next 12 hours looking through this stream trying to find moments like that. You know what I mean?
Action Act, but definitely we are seeing more contention, and that's from other people on the ground as well, belonging to the Trump administration.
Oh, thanks, Mark.
The streets of Minneapolis, where
that
you
was a
can
good
see
one. That was a good one.
These are protesters, ICE protesters, that are now what looks like in.
And also, last time I'm gonna stop it, and then we'll finish this. And we'll get to Rumble. I don't understand something. As a veteran of the United States Army, as someone who grew up around guns, and I'm not doxing anything to tell you this because he's retired and no longer in business, but my dad is a gunsmith. So as someone who was literally raised around guns, I can honestly say I'll never understand why the group of people that are against guns and anti-gun would like to start a war with all the gun owners. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you? I'm going to go pick a fight with Mike Tyson. What the fuck?
Engaging physically with ICE agents. They're outside the headquarters there in Minneapolis, and we've been covering this for the last few days. As you know, there's been a barrier with the law enforcement protecting the building
at
headquarters from protesters.
We'll be there.
We've seen protesters sort of attach themselves to vehicles, try to provoke agents. We've seen some small incidences of violence during the day. And here we see what looks to be an arrest occurring on the other side of that chain link fence. You can see as well the signs, some of which have words we can't say on live television right
now. Real quick, just for your benefit and education, when you're looking into videos and clips and watching live streams of federal agents clashing with protesters in Minneapolis, it's actually St. Paul, Minnesota. Number two, these are not all ICE agents. A lot of them are Federal Protective Services.
St. Paul, Minnesota? Really?
Border Patrol.
I have a friend that lives there.
The element of Homeland Security. But I'm not stopping this clip to mention that. The reason why I'm really stopping this clip is to show you guys the comparison between Portland and Minneapolis as far as this constant clash and contention. And you just heard from the president, it doesn't look like we need to invoke the Insurrection Act as of right now. I have been saying this for a while.
Hope you had a good
stream. The administration, I think, really learned their lesson in Portland that if they do want to invoke the Insurrection Act, utilizing one little area is not going to be enough. That was an uphill battle for the Trump administration, and although the clashes were aggressive, there was not a lot of help from the police, the Trump administration, it looked like they had a lot of evidence, the judge still ruled against them. What's different in Minneapolis and St. Paul is that this is not an isolated event. What you see right here, yes, this is just one scene. But what happened just a day ago? You had a shooting. And then a day ago from that, you had another crash into federal agents. There's a lot more going on in the streets of Minneapolis and St. Paul as far as possibly invoking the Insurrection Act. But keep in mind, if you see a lot of clips just like this, it's not an isolated event in Minnesota. It's happening a lot throughout the cities of St. Paul and Minneapolis, which is why a lot of people are mentioning the idea of the Insurrection Act or leaning in favor of it possibly happening. So we'll just wait and see what happens.
And there you can also see the wind. You can see what looks to be snowflakes. And this is something as well that sort of compounded the initial ICE shooting of Renee Good, which was difficult, inclement conditions. This is what makes law enforcement operations all the more dangerous as they are executing their lawful warrants and targeted search. They are also contending with ice, as in frozen ice on the ground. They're contending with temperatures, and as you see here, they're contending with the population that remains adamant at impeding or resisting, quote unquote, their operations. Harris, what do you see here?
Okay, so leave your comments down below how you feel about this. One thing we know is that weather is not going to stop either side. If people don't like ICE, Homeland Security, they will be out there. Homeland Security, you can't sign up for the job and be like, I'm cold, we're not going to go out. Now, obviously, under really, really bad conditions, there is a risk assessment, but we know nothing is stopping Homeland Security. We just know that now because we saw them operate during Christmas, during holidays. If it's a holiday, if it's bad weather, Homeland Security actually, in my opinion, utilizes that to their advantage in hopes that people stay away. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I always try to be as fair as possible, and I hope I was able to do that for you guys. Let me know how you feel about anything we just watched.
I know it's quiet, right? I get it. Buga.
I saw that when ice came out, and they grabbed a couple people with some tear gas. I think the green stuff. No, it was yellow.
RBC principal fired me. Now I got this way to get the
Okay. You know what's about to happen, right? You know, right? We are about to go to Rumble. All right. Later. The Rumble stream is pinned. Oh, did I screw this up? Oh, I did. Ah, come on, man. Hold on. I screwed this one up, I think. Hey, we'll turn on the volume here and see what everybody's saying in just a second. Just stand by a second. I got to do a better job than Matt Morse. All right. Hey, we're going to do the smart thing, guys. We're going to go over to Rumble so I can say the R word, so I can talk shit, so we can have Dark Polly come out and peg everybody. Here we go. We're going to Rumble. Yeah, I said that shit. Here we go. Bye-bye, YouTube. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I love you so much. Please look out for a lot of more content. A lot more content coming. A lot more. I'm working out the details right now. See you guys over on Rumble. Peace, YouTube. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night, YouTube.